So some of the key challenges that farmers are facing in the agricultural industry at the moment, we've been talking about that today. So energy overheads, cost of energy. Because of the cost of energy at the moment, it's so high compared to where it used to be that it does seriously affect farmers' operation, and also supply chain pressures from their customers, enforcing farmers to reduce their carbon. So how can solar PV help the farmer with these key challenges?
Yeah, I completely agree, Gareth. They are some really big issues in the industry at the moment, and actually a really fantastic way and seen as actually one of the quickest wins in renewable energy is solar PV. And essentially, installing solar PV will help the clients actually lower their CO2 footprint drastically and also lower their overheads. In turn, they get very cheap cost energy that's actually a fixed rate for long term. Gareth, what are the typical energy requirements of some of your agricultural clients?
So you have to look at the sector. So if you look at poultry, for instance, poultry, they're power hungry sheds and power hungry operations.
Sure.
So you've got heating, which is normally underfloor heating, typically from a heat pump or biomass even. You've also got lighting and feed lines for poultry farmers. So they're quite intensive from an energy point of view. But also it's the energy profile is fairly consistent throughout the day and the night. So it perfectly suits solar PV because in the summertime you're cooling the sheds, you're ventilating the sheds, and that's when you're producing a lot of solar energy. And then battery storage as well, because you've got a similar sort of energy profile demand at night, you can rely upon your battery at night as well. So that does suit solar very well. And then we've got dairy as well. So we're here at Dairy Tech, obviously talking to a lot of dairy farmers today. And dairy farmers, they use a lot of machinery and refrigeration as well for their milk. Farmers are under pressure. For instance, there's a new directive out at the moment about giving chickens more space in the sheds, and that means they need to expand their operation in order to still farm the same amount of chickens. There are options available, like power purchase agreements, for instance, where there's zero cost option or asset finance. And I know, obviously, Ortus, we work closely with Ortus when it comes to power purchase agreements. So it'd be good to understand from you, Mia, how farmers can adopt power purchase agreement for their facility, for their operation.
Yeah, that's a really great question. I mean, first of all, we would analyse their half-hourly data. We would assess their site, take a look, do a structural survey, a site survey, and check their suitability. And once we've done that, we'll give them a whole proposal. We'll give them 25-year cost savings. We will give them a PPA rate. That will be based on a number of set criteria after we've gathered our first batch of information.
So the farmer just agreeing then to purchase the solar power for a given rate? Is that how it works?
Exactly that, yes. We install the solar on the roof for no upfront cost. The farmer then, or agricultural business, takes out the PPA with us. We agree on a rate that will be set long term, and this will give them energy resilience.
So they're going to know then exactly where they are for a portion of their energy demand for the term of that PPA, because we can give them that information up front.
Absolutely, yeah. So they'll have a 25-year forecast, so they'll be able to see very, very clearly exactly what the cost savings will be over that period of time. And actually that's very useful for these businesses because then that's capital that they can deploy elsewhere.